Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh wow, it just got super loud. Thanks for tuning into Callie's Homesteading with Pooh Bear. It's your girl Pooh Bear, and I'm just hopping in for a moment. So I'm gonna give you guys some time to come on in. We are driving, like I'm always doing. Y'all know how that is. But I just really wanted to see how you guys are doing. I know I've been really busy, so I haven't really had a chance to pop in. Good morning. Hey, how y'all doing? I just wanted to stop in and say, what's going on? Are you guys, preparing, practicing your preps? Putting things into the soil like we need to be out here diligently doing. Good morning. I can't see, but good morning. It has been really interesting to me. Yes, you are. Spring is here. Spring is here. Spring is here. Live and in full effect. Spring is here. And I realized that spring was here because my daughter came to me yesterday and was like, Mom, can you call the people? Because I just killed a spider in my room. And so I'm like, oh, okay. It's time for, who do we have? Or Orkin Man. So I'm like, okay. Because in the winter months, once all the bugs go away, I don't keep my subscription. I wait until the season starts back when you start seeing the bugs, and then I have them come back out and start servicing this because I don't do bugs. But I just was trying to figure out what we need to be doing because a lot of us we have been trying to tell people, hey, look, you need to prepare, you need to prepare, you need to prepare. And a lot of times people do listen, but then there are the times when people don't. And so I don't know what is happening, but we went through this whole big thing to where there were no eggs. Well, there were eggs, but they were very expensive. And so, have you guys noticed that the prices are starting to go down on the eggs now? And I'm like, yo, we finally got our egg production up and it's doing really good. We're getting really good eggs on any given day. We pretty much have like at least 100 eggs. And now the price is like $4. It was like $4.49 for eggs at the Food for Less, which is a Kroger store. And I was sitting here like, I cannot see names right now. I'm sorry. I think I need to make my screen brighter. Grand Rising. Yes, because it is almost 9 o'clock. Yes, Selena. What? Okay. So I'm trying to get my coinage up now that we have all these hens and they're all laying and everything, and then the price went down. So at first I was like, well, maybe we can just, lower our price. But then I was like, no, I'm not. Good morning. I'm like, no, I'm not going to lower my price. My price for my eggs was $8.99. And then I said, no, I want to be fair. So the price is going to be $6 7 if we have to deliver. And then I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to keep it at that. $6, 7 if we have to deliver. And if we have to ship them out, then the customer will pay for the shipping and handling. That's just fair. Because I have to take into consideration that I had to purchase these chicks because we have not used the incubator yet. So we had to purchase them, and we've been feeding them, and we had to pay for the housing of them and everything. So I was like, no, $6 a dozen is fair because these are not those processed eggs, these are fresh, homegrown eggs. Do not hit me because they slowed down in front of me. This car behind me was coming in really quick. But I just, had to ask myself, what am I worth? Is $6 even a good price? Because I know, but it's okay. I'm not trying to get rich. That's not the goal. I just want the business to pay for itself. If there's a little left over, then great. But I am working on getting a lot of certifications and all of this good stuff going on. So in a minute we'll be okay. The USDA came back out and I did not record. I don't know why. But they came back out, checked our soil, and said that we are completely good. That all of the matter that was there from the horses and the pigs and everything have now broken down and everything. And so the soil is really rich. It's not too high in nitrogen or anything. And we dug another 2 feet down or so, and we can see that on the top about this thick high was just matter, was just animal poop. And then under that, then it's the sand, but about 1.5 feet down from the sand, there's clay. So we are good. I have to get a tiller. The previous owners left us a little tiller, but it was busted. So I was thinking about just renting a tiller. And then I said no, because we have a very huge yard. And so we're going to, have to do tilling every now and then. To me, to pay $200 to rent a tiller for like 5 hours is the equivalent to me of just purchasing it and then I can have it forever or, for a long time. Like that just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to be purchasing a tiller, going back there and breaking up everything. So for now, I'm going to be working out of my elevated raised beds for the most part. And then eventually we're going to be building a lot more raised beds for the backyard and getting the garden together. Now I may use the the raised beds that we already have back there because, they're already established. We're just going to work all of that out. But I have a lot of 5-gallon pots and buckets and everything. So we're still going to put a whole lot of stuff into the ground. That's not gonna change. We're going to. I'm just excited about everything that, we're gonna be doing. But my concern is a lot of people are not taking this seriously. And it does kind of concern me because they're not ready. And a lot of people, you have 3 different types of people, probably 4. One group of people are completely ready. They have enough food to last them like a year or two for each individual in their family, and they can help others. Then you have the people who are like me that are established but aren't completely ready. Like if they said you have to stay in your property and you cannot leave, you can't leave your your yard or whatever for the next, I don't know, 90 days. If they said that you cannot leave your house for the next 90 days, and there's not going to be any ordering of Amazon or anything, this time there's not going to be any essential workers, what would you have to go out and get if they said you got, 24 hours, or you have, a week to prepare, and then you're not going to be able to leave your domain? What would you need to buy? What would you need to have in place? For me, I know that there are some things that I would need. I need to, stock up on toilet paper again. I'm not really worried about paper towels because we have linen. So, I'm not worried about that. But, I mean, I don't have a cow. I don't have my goats yet. So if I needed to have milk, or if I needed to, like make butter, things of that nature, I would not be in the best position because certain things that are needed, I would not have. So, just thinking along those terms, would I have all of my canning supplies? Now, a lot of times you can have, your mason jars, your lids, you have your pots. That's good. But then you have to have the stuff that goes in them and, all of that good stuff. What if the power went out? It's about to be summertime, and it's going to most likely be really hot because we got a lot of snow and a lot of rain. So she's bucking at me. I'm about to hit this child.
You started already.
Bucking at me.
I tell you what, no.
Get your mask.
Nothing. I told her that. Cut it out.
Darlene trying to tell her, see, I told you not to be acting no fool with your mama because she gonna knock you out. But I'm just like, okay, you have to do a checklist every now and then. And I hadn't. I've been so busy with so many other things. But I'm like, okay. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot that we need. It's not. I'm just looking at stuff like, okay, I need to hurry up and get my goats. Because if I get my goats, then I'm going to have my milk, because I'm going to get a goat that is nursing, that's in milk, so that we would be okay. Because we have pigs, but pigs don't do that. Oh, now I can see who's on here. Hi, Deshaun. Hi, Frugal Mom. Hickabilly, I knew you were here. Hi. Oh, the chicken. What's up, the chicken? Hi, Julie. Okay. Hi, Shakira. Okay. Good. I said hi to everybody now. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at. Oh, I can turn the heat off now. I'm looking at, we need to make sure that we have a really good water supply. Because this is the thing. You can have a whole lot in your yard planted, right? You can have all of your raised beds, all of your buckets, everything full of vegetables. However, if things go to pot and they cut that water supply off, how you going to water your garden? Because now you have to determine, how much water do I need for my family? Because they say you need a gallon a day per person. in your family. So if we're only planning for like 90 days, think of all of that water that you're going to have to need. Then you also have to take into consideration water is my property right. Oh, good. I've been collecting beer bottles from the local store for water. Ingenious. That is smart. Um, for a lot of people though, they don't have a water right. I believe we do have a water right. I believe we have a water right and a mineral right and something else. I believe that was all in our purchasing of our house, of our land. Got to look into that, but I believe that was in there. Well, I'm gonna find out. But for those of you who don't have a water right, because you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, okay, we're on well, but our well is a community well. So if they shut it down, that would hurt us, right? The other thing is, there has been talk that I don't know if it's just San Bernardino County or if it's just California, but there has been talk that they want to put meters on the wells, people who have their own wells. Now, I honestly don't understand that because you have already paid all of this money to get your well drilled. You have to pay for servicing and everything. Now you want to put a meter on this person's well? Like, I don't understand that. But anyway, they can get money out of us. You know they're going to do it. So I don't know if that's just up for voting on to get passed or what. I don't know, but I've been hearing about that. So that is kind of concerning, but we have to have water because without water, our vegetables will die and then we won't have food. So we definitely need to be canning. As soon as we get stuff, we need to be taking a good portion out and canning it. Learning, like if you are a person that likes pasta, like I like pasta. I really like pasta. I like most pastas and I love making dishes with pasta. We need to know how to make our own pasta, because if we don't, would you say other places in town to get portable water for? Yes. So they have places where you can go. You can either fill up your own water containers or you can even have them come and deliver the water to you. Like I have places in my area that will deliver the water to you because I have that big silo and it's a water silo because they didn't used to have fire hydrants, but now they do. So no one uses the silo anymore. So now I have to be mindful in getting my silo fixed, get it treated. I don't know if it's broken. I don't think it is, but I have to get it examined, got to get it cleaned out, and I'm going to pay somebody to come and do that. And then I can go ahead and, have that good water supply. But if they said it was going to be done today, would I be ready? No. So that's one thing that I have to take into consideration. Another thing that I have to take into consideration is wood. Now, we have a fireplace. We have a wood burning furnace outside on the sunroom, or in the sunroom, but we also have our bonfire area. So if they shut, the gas down or whatever, we do have these areas that we could keep our house warm. But that doesn't matter if we don't have any wood. Now our fireplace is wood and gas. But if they cut the gas off, that's not going to benefit us either, right? So I'm looking at things that I have to really take into consideration, things that we need to get fixed. So I was looking at that, and I was looking at like laundry detergent, stuff like that. I make it myself. So that I'm not worried about. Property. Yes. And so I'm looking at like, okay, and this is just really just to be like really thinking about what we need. Because, okay, let's take into consideration if they do shut us down for 90 days. And the water supply that we have, if we're not going to get any more, have we taken into consideration that, we're going to have to wash our clothes? Even if we're stuck in the house and we're like, well, we're just going to stay in our pajamas. You're going to have to wash them at some point. And then if you have a big family like me, it's 9 people in our house. We're going to have to wash a lot of clothes. And so the wash machine isn't going to be working unless you have solar. But then you still have to have that water situation. And if they shut down the water, what do you do? So I'm like, we have to take all of that into consideration. You're going to have to fill your bathtub up and hand wash like back in the day, which I don't have a problem with because I'm good at it, but there's a lot of different things. A lot of the time we think about food and medicine, but we don't think about the more practical things like how are we going to wash our clothes? Do we have medicine put aside not just for us, but for our animals? That's like I told you guys the other day. That's like one thing on my mind, and I'm slowly buying stuff to be able to treat. Now I got the pigs. I have to make sure I have stuff for pigs. I have to make sure that I have stuff for the chickens and the ducks and the turkeys and everything. So it's like, and the cat, the cats. So, and the dog, because Jeremiah has his dog, Blade. So it's like we have to really start going over like daily, not daily, but I would say weekly, if not monthly, what we need. And whenever we go to the store, just pick up a couple of this, a couple of that to add to your arsenal, because we don't know. But what I do know is people's grids are starting to go down again. And it hasn't even become summer yet, and people's grids are going down. People are losing power. So we have to think about that. What if for some reason the grid went down right now in your neighborhood and you lost power? Would you lose all of your food if it was down for a week? Would you lose all of your food? Because everything is in the refrigerator or the freezer.
Incoming call from
we have to look at that kind of
phone
stuff
button to answer.
because we haven't canned our food, or a lot of people are doing stuff like salting the food like they used to do back in the day. And that is a great thing to do if you know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to cure anything yet, but I have to learn. Just like making your own mayonnaise. And
New SMS from
Selena called
Bobby.
TT.
Press Uconnect phone button and
text her
say
and tell her
text
I'm on my
message
live.
to read it.
You texting her, Selena?
One of y'all please text her and let her know I'm on my live. But just looking at things like that, we need to learn how to cure. If we can't leave our house and somebody, breaks a leg or needs stitches or stuff, do you have the kind of surgical needles and, tape and all of that stuff, liquid stitches? Do you have the finger splints, like just different things, because you never know. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? So, these are just things that we have to really start back thinking about. If we can't get to, power up our car. See, people always talk about, and this is what I want you guys to think about, when they have that whole conversation about gas cars versus solar cars. When you have a solar car, you can charge it up as long as there's no overcast. But what if it's in the wintertime and the power goes out? What are you going to do? We need to be, getting our bikes and stuff. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Growing what I eat. I'm doing really, really good because I woke up on this side. Today is a funeral for my little cousin. And when I say my little cousin, she was born in 1990. I graduated high school in 93. She's my little cousin. But today is her funeral. She got really sick. And we were all, praying, hoping that things are going to get better. But she got called home. So I cannot say that anything is wrong in my life, because no matter what, I'm still here. I thank you. I was not really close with her. She was a little girl, and I moved away, had family and everything. But it just hurts my heart that someone so young is gone, whether she was my family or not. It hurts when I see young people pass away. But I know that it's a part of life, and so I'm just praying for her family, for her dad. Her dad is my cousin. I'm praying for her dad and her mom and, the family, my family, because it does hurt when we do lose someone, but I'm just like, what would happen? Like, okay, for me, if you had animals, you have to incorporate water to feed your animals, to give to your animals. Especially those of us who like to ferment our animal feed, to stretch it and everything. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when
Girl, get
you
out.
have to ration the water? Selena's trying to make her dad sit in the back seat. He does it because he don't be caring. Hi. We're live right now. Yeah, Selena's making. See, he's a gentleman. Because a lot of dads will be like, no, this is my car. You get in the back. But he's like, whatever. I don't care. What'd you say?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So,
That's some decaf.
yeah, he is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely have to go get some coffee. Hickabilly said, "Oh, what a sweet man." Yeah. So, I'm just like, we have to think about that. We have to have water for our animals. We have to have water for our animals. Now, we have four pigs. Thank God they're just piglets because they don't consume that much water, or should I say they don't need that much water as compared to when they get bigger, and it's about to be summertime. So I'm going to have to make sure, well, thank God where they are, the water spout is right there. But what if we, had one of those crazy situations? So I'm just like, we have to really monitor what we have and what we're getting to make sure, like, for us, we have so many birds. Birds go through a lot of water, especially the ducks. They go through a lot of water. We have to make sure that we have, the how do you say that? What is it? The DE. I can never say it right. I always want to say diatomaceous earth, but that's not diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth. I'm getting a really big, like 40-pound bag because we're going to dust the whole yard to make sure that the fleas and everything don't come in. But I have to make sure that I have it available for all of the chicks too, because we have to deworm them periodically. And then what if, like the chicken mites and the chicken fleas and stuff come, and the chicken lice and everything come, they need the DE for it, So just going down the list of if you had to stay in your home for 90 days, what do you need? Do you have enough candles? I'm telling you guys, they have those solar lights. They are the E-lights, the E-bulb. And we get the E-bulbs. We have E-bulbs. And I just started purchasing the E-bulbs that have the solar panel on it so that you can use it all night. It's good for like 8+ hours. So all you do is you take it outside during the day and you let it generate what it needs. You just release some ladybugs. Ooh, in the garden. You have aphids because ladybugs eat the aphids. So this is what I found out about that. Then I'm going to go back. The ants bring the aphids. The aphids ride on the backs of the ants. And then the aphids eat your food, and then they drink like whatever the suckle is or whatever from the aphids. And so if you get rid of the aphids, you pretty much get rid of the ants. Or if you get rid of the ants, you get rid of the aphids, however it goes. But the ladybugs eat the aphids. So if you release ladybugs into your garden, when you get rid of the aphids, you're pretty much going to get rid of the ants. But, oh wow.
Incoming call from.
I have been looking at.
You connect phone button
Sorry
to
about
answer.
that. I should have put on Do Not Disturb. What I've been looking at is all of these different flowers that are attractors. I'm trying to get all of the bees and all of the butterflies and all of the ladybugs. So I'm trying to get different flowers that I can plant in the garden that will attract the beneficials to keep the bad, bugs away, the less desired bugs, Right now where we live, there's like beetles coming, but the remnant from when the orchid man was there last, the beetles are all dying. So I'm like, okay, well, it's still there. It's really good. It's still there. So I think this year we might not do every month, but not every other month, but every second month, third month or something like that. But I'm trying to be as holistic as I possibly can. Miss Darlene ordered some, what is that, peppermint oil spray, just in case. And so it's funny because she kept coming out there because they'd be like, oh, there goes a bug, a beetle. And she would come out, but they're all dying. She's like, man, it's dying. She's like spraying it. I was like, oh my gosh, that mess was so funny because I'm like, why are you spraying so much? And she was just like, she couldn't stop. It was like the spray's demon could possess her, and she was just spraying everywhere. I'm like, it's okay, it's gonna die. Give it a second. It's going to die. But I mean, these are the little things that we're dealing with. The biggest concern I have right now is going to be the flies. Now, I've started to see them, and they say that for like every one fly you see is like 8,000 hiding somewhere or going to be hatched or whatever. So every time you kill one, you've killed like 500,000 flies. So I'm like, we're gonna get the things to put up this year in the yard to try to deter them from coming around, because we have all these chickens. There is a lot of, nutrients and food for the fly because of all of the dung and everything. And now we have the pigs and everything. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be strategic in finding out where to properly put the fly traps, on the property so that it's not a big thing, but sorry about that. One of the things I'm really considering is just making sure that I have a lot of beneficial flowers out there move your phone. It's hitting me. Thank you. Having it so that, I can have the beneficial bugs there, and then maybe I won't have as many flies. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that part out, because it's going to get hot, and all the larvae is, they're being hatched. They're coming up. I'm in 8B2 now. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's another thing. Are we getting our fruit trees together? Because fruit, for most of us, is a very important part of our diet. So if they shut us down, are we going to have our fruit trees together? If you can, I would say try to buy at least 2 fruit trees a month if you can, if you have space for it and if you can afford it. Even if that means just not going to Starbucks once a week so that you can invest in your future. I say make that investment. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. But you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna be coming on later on today. We're gonna go to the feed place to get the stuff for the animals, I believe, later on today. But then we have a lot of stuff to finally get into the ground, because I'm promising y'all, I still haven't done my potatoes yet. And that's really bad because I need to get them in. So today that is definitely on the agenda. We have about maybe 20 pounds of potatoes that we need to plant. So we're going to get that done. No, thanks for watching. It's my pleasure to share. So you guys go out there in that garden and just start planting. And if you can, really start doing your succession planting, because we don't know what's going to happen. And it will be much better for you to overly plant and have way more food than you really need. And then you can do whatever you need to do, put it up or whatever. Plant a lot of corn, I would say that. And if you can get a hold of some rice, try to figure out a way to plant rice. I have coffee bean seeds coming. I ordered from MIG Gardener, and it says that it's really for like zone 11 to 13. So if you have to keep, if you're doing it in a zone that's not 11 to 13, you have to keep the plant in your house. So I'm looking forward to that, because how cool will it be for me to grow my own coffee? Like, I'm telling you guys, the goal as much as possible. So, all right, with that being said, do what you can do. Get it in, get it in. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Callie's Homesteading with Pooh Bear. Remember, I'm your girl Pooh Bear. God loves you. You better love you, because I love you. All right, now. Oh, yes, please click, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Okay, bye-bye for now.